Hello, family. How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? I pray that all is well. You are having a fantastic day so far, a fantastic week, and you are going to have a fantastic weekend. As you have seen what the caption is saying, love has nothing to do with relationships. Love has nothing to do with relationships. We have been manipulated. We have overused this word love so much. We have lost the true meaning behind it. We have lost the true art form behind what love truly means. And we get involved with these relationships and we lose love because we never knew what love was to begin with. Love is abundant. Love is free. Love has no expectations. Love is here to give. And love is not transactional, which most relationships are transactional. It's like, I give, you take. I give, you take. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. But it's never, I'll just scratch your back because I love you and you don't have to scratch mine. Because we have secret motives when it comes to relationships. We have interior motives when it comes to relationships. We get into relationships for very selfish reasons because we have an idea of a person. We have an expectation of a person. We have this dream of a person, and we want them to live out our dream, our fantasy, and we want them to make it all come true. And we give them so much power. We give them so much influence in our lives until we realize that we hold all that power when it comes to love, that just by being love, operating in the sense of love. And that's why love tends to fade out when it comes to relationships, because relationships tend to have rules, it tends to have regulations, it tends to have certain duties and expectations, which understandable, right? Because you should have a guideline. You should have a certain requirement how you want to be treated or how you want this relationship to go. But understand, it's going to lean on to being a transactional relationship overall, because now when it comes to this relationships dynamic, we forget that love is free, and love is the ability to let go. And when you really genuinely love someone, you're able to give them the freedom of choice, the freedom to choose, because they have free will to do what's best for them, even if it doesn't include you. And sometimes we can't handle that because we want to be included into their life. We want to be included into their day. We want to be included. We want to be seen. We want to be heard, and we want to be felt. And if our partner that we're in a relationship with doesn't include us, we will take it personally. But instead of operating from love, letting them be able to choose, letting them be able to have their own individuality, their own mind, so they can be free in their own calling, in their own path, in their own walks of life. This takes a high level of consciousness. This takes a high level of operating like love, loving like a cat, loving like the sun, because the sun always shows up for us no matter what. And we take the sun for granted. The sun shines so bright on us, and the sun doesn't need us to do anything but be. And we can't let that happen with our partners because we're human. We're human and we're needy and we're clingy and we have all of these society programs and these society rules. So we have to act a certain way, especially with these gender roles. And we don't understand that these are roles and we're playing, we're not being. Until we are being ourselves and being love, then we can free the blockages. We can free our mind to understand that love has nothing to do with relationships. And that is truly okay. That is truly okay to come to this realization that love has nothing to do with relationships. Because if you truly love someone, if you truly love someone, you'll let them go, even if it doesn't include you in the picture. If you truly love someone, you will be abundant and you will operate from love and you give love. The Most of the time people want love from other people is because they're not being love. Because when you are being love, you are then going to receive more love. But how you can really understand what love is by learning how to love yourself first. So now you can really genuinely not need anything from anyone. You can really form a connection with people instead of forcing a relationship thinking that will be your end all be all. Love, man, we overuse it so much. We overuse it and abuse it, and we don't even know what love truly is. And it's truly an art form, man. I appreciate y'all for joining. Hey, Kay, my sister. I love you. Cha Cha, hey y'all. Sprinkle Unicorn, hey my love. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Sprinkle Unicorn, sis, the last video I saw pumped me up. Women need liberation movement to free ourselves from conditioning and brainwashing. Sis, that's why I had to free myself from learning what love truly is, because the only way you can learn what love is first loving yourself. Loving yourself. So now you're overflowing with the expression of love. You just want to connect with others. You just want to be in joy with others. You just want to be with others. But if we can't be laughing together, I swear to goodness, I don't want to be with you. Okay? I swear to goodness. I swear to goodness. Okay? Because most people just want this relationship and they want someone that doesn't cheat on them, right? Because they have so much possession they're carrying and they have so much insecurity that they're holding on to, and they're holding on to the past. So all they want out of the person, as long as you don't cheat on me, please just don't cheat on me. And y'all know cheating is the biggest illusion. It is. It's the biggest illusion. But we're missing all the laughter, all the joy in connecting with each other. We are not even enjoying each other's presence when we are in relationships these days. Modern relationships have so much pressure. It's honestly exhausting. They are coming up with all these hypothetical questions. If I do this, what you gonna do? If you do this, what I'm gonna do? And it's not realistic. It's not realistic, and it's childish, and it's foolish. It's foolishness because it's not really gonna happen. Because if you genuinely are whole within yourself, you are not seeking voids. And when you are not seeking voids, you have no holes. So you don't need sex, you don't need drugs, you don't need television. You don't need certain distractions to fuel you up, to motivate you, to inspire you, to get to going, to be a better person, or to be a kind human being. You don't need those things to distract you, because you are no longer having voids. Capitalism thrives off of us having voids. Capitalism thrives on us being insecure. Capitalism thrives from us being so addicted to the illusion of romance. They are thriving off of this, and they see us being so hungry for relationships, just so we can be needed, just so we can be wanted, just so we can be seen. But you have to see yourself. You have to hear yourself. You have to touch yourself. You have to know who you are before you step foot out the door every day. So you don't need validation from this external world. This world will never fuel you. This world will never make or break you. You are the dictator here. You are the controller of your own destiny here. And truly understanding, this is the game changer, understanding that love has nothing to do with relationships. You can thrive in your singleness season without being in a relationship. You can still experience love, you can still be the expression of love, and you can still receive love. Because a lot of times people want to feel love, but the only way you can feel love is from yourself. And then the veil will be lifted, and you'll realize all along the love that you have been searching for has been within you all along. That is the game changer. That is the spiritual revelation that I had. And I wanted to share that with you, because if you really love like a cat, okay, because y'all know I'm about to be the cat lady up in these streets, and I'm just admiring cats. And I truly have been paying attention to cats because they are the closest to the spiritual realm. Cats are not needy creatures. Cats will see you when they see you, and they will want you when they want you. And they are very selective with their energy. They don't just be up in everybody's face like dogs will. They will not just cuddle with anybody. They will not just be attracted to anybody. Cats feels their will feel your energy. And if your energy is pure, if your energy feels in alignment with theirs, that's when they will gravitate towards you naturally. But you can't force a cat to do anything. You can't just pick up a cat. You can't just chase a cat down. The cat will run away from you. So the cats will come to you when they are ready. And that is what love should be like. You should let people come to you when they are ready. You don't have to force them to do anything. You don't have to manipulate them to act a certain way. And you don't have to feel like your self-worth is dictated if they don't present an idea for your own imagination. But if you really want to be love and operate in love, you will continue to show up for the cat every day, feeding the cat, giving the cat food, giving the cat milk, even if they show up. That's love. Love is being able to let go, even though we want to hold on to them so tightly. That's not love, y'all. I appreciate you. Cha Cha, have you read Women Who Run the with the Wolves? Oh, let me write that down. Women Who Run with the Wolves. I am gonna check that out. Thank you so much for letting me know. Sprinkle Unicorn, I do. I'm there. We have to shine so beautifully. I hope to meet you. We will meet. Where are you located, Sprinkle Unicorn? Tell me where you located. Let's have it. Global. I love that you're preaching. I have been wondering, how did you come to the realization of this perspective? Was it one moment or many eye opening or anything else? Oh, CW just subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing. I think what came to realize this type of perspective, truly, I have to say, after disconnecting myself from the dating game. Okay, I have opted out the dating game, y'all. I have opted out, and I have been single for 7 years now, and that, as well as being single for 7 years, I also have been practicing celibacy for that long as well. Because you know how people be saying, yeah, I'm single, but they still be entertaining folks, they still be laying up with folks, they still just be kikiing with folks. Not me. Not me at all. I had to really disconnect myself from the matrix. I had to disconnect myself from the media. I had to disconnect myself from social gatherings to learn who I was from the core of my being, the depth of my soul. I had to really dive deep within me. So that required me to be alone. That required me to just be single. That required me to not be sexually active in these streets and not be in these streets. I'm like, let me stay out the streets. Let me stay. The streets ain't no good for me. So all of the knowledge that I have been gathering, all of the awareness that has lifted from my eye-opening experience, it just keeps giving me confirmation, because when I was younger, I always knew certain things. Like, I always had common sense. Like, I'm not about to just be having sex with strangers. Like, that was common sense to me. I'm just like, I gotta be committed first. Like, that was common sense to me. I'm like, I can't just be doing that. Like, certain things were just common sense. So I was never really interested in what other people were doing. It did not look fun for me. And I always been a leader. So but I of course got lost in this worldly activities. When you're in high school, you get peer pressure. I'm thinking the latest trends is to be in a relationship, is to be attached to somebody, is to be promiscuous. So of course, like, I fell into it because of just the pressure of high school, but then I came out of it after college because of from betrayal, heartbreaks, to friendship, to death as well. I realized that life is a game and you have to play it accordingly. So, how I play this game accordingly is I make my own rules to this game. I truly choose joy every single day. I have to recharge on a daily basis. So, that means I have to be alone. I have to collect my thoughts. I have to read. I have to journal. I have to meditate. I have to sleep. I love sleeping. So, all of this knowledge that I have been gathering, that has allowed me to shift my perspective on life, to shift my perspective on relationships, and realizing that if I'm trying to find love, it will never be in a relationship. Okay. The only time you will find love is when you look within yourself. Kings and Queens TV, thank you for coming in and tapping in. We are talking about love has nothing to do with relationships. And a lot of people get into relationships trying to find love and expect love. But realistically, love will not be found there because relationships are transactional by nature. It's a give and take. it's a you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. It's never just unconditional. And if you really want to be loved, you will seek that within yourself, because that is the true unconditional love. The all the love that we are going for is within ourselves, and you will realize that once you step away from being in relationships to understanding that relationships has a certain guideline, relationship has a certain expectation. In a relationship, you can't truly be your authentic self. I know a lot of people want to be, and they think they can be, but no, you have to act a certain way, because people have boundaries, people have expectations for you in relationships, people have a format, people have rules in relationships, so you can't really just be yourself. Okay. And if you really want to be yourself, you will do that within your own space and with your own self. And that's what I realized, that if I'm looking for love, I have to just go within. And of course, like, we can be in relationships, but we have to be conscious about the transaction that we're giving in these relationships. Understand that it is a transaction. So we have to be conscious. We have to get into relationships, friendships that is beneficial to your well being. It has to be beneficial. But all I am saying, to clarify everything for those that don't get it, okay? You will not find love in relationships until you start being the expression of love for yourself. Because all you're truly, really looking for is you out of another person. So you might as well just look in the mirror, babe. So a lot of times we want people to act like us, or to have the same heart as us, to be like us. And you're asking for a lot if you're asking for that out of another person. You might as well just go look in the mirror and find that within yourself, and look at that within yourself. You have to accept people for who they are. You can't try to change them by your own insecurities. You can't be mad if people don't love like you, or people don't show appreciation like you, or if people don't give you a gift like you. You cannot be upset, because that is just transactional. That is conditional. That is having conditions on your love, and you are depriving yourself when you do things like that. You are pulling away from your true spirit when you have this chokehold on your love. I'm not going to do this until you do this. It's tit for tat, and it's petty. It's so petty. And I can't imagine being in that type of dynamic in a relationship when it's so petty, because love does not count favors. Love does not keep a tally mark. Love does not keep track. Love does not count favors. And a lot of times people get into relationships counting favors. That is exhausting. You are depriving yourself from your natural habitats, your natural ability to just be yourself. Simply being yourself makes you authentic, makes you not seek external validation from this world, makes you not be so hungry and desperate for a relationship, thinking that relationship will fill a certain void for you, because you're empty inside. No one can fill you up. No one can fill you up, and no one can fill you up if you are empty inside. That is a personal choice that you are choosing within yourself to be that way, because you can just simply choose joy. You can choose happiness every moment of the day. It's just by changing your whole perspective on this way of life, of this way of living, because everything that society has told us is backwards, is flawed, it's egotistical. It makes us continue to operate from our ego. It makes us continue to operate very narcissistically, and it's backwards. It's not natural. So I would never listen to the Matrix because it's honestly so flawed, and it's not making us connect back to our true natural self, which is love, which is being love. It's not seeking it, it's not demanding it, it's not forcing it, it's not just getting into a relationship to find it. It's just being yourself, which you all are already love. She writes, my celebrate anniversary is next month, sis. Yes. That's amazing. Continue to hold it down and hold it tight, okay? Because don't let none of these lames come into your sight. I think celibacy is such a superpower. Celibacy has allowed me to see that love has nothing to do with relationships. I am not missing out on anything by not being in a relationship. I still feel love. I still feel I still feel so fulfilled within myself. Celibacy has allowed me to have sexual discipline. It has allowed me not to see people as sexual objects, or he attractive, or they attractive, so let me just pop on it, let me just ride it like a cowgirl. I don't see people just as the aesthetics. I see people from their soul now. I see people beyond the lust. I see people for who they are, and it allows me to accept them for who they are. And I can love without expectations. I can love without needing anything in return. And I can truly love unconditionally. And that is from being celibate. I swear to goodness, I swear to goodness. And a lot of people ask me like how long you gonna keep this up? Like, are you doing this so you can like get married one day? I'm doing celibacy for me. You should not be practicing celibacy for other people. Your end all goal when you practice celibacy is not to find somebody or find love. That is still very codependent way of thinking, and you still have a secret motive and an external validation while you are choosing to do celibacy. I am choosing to do celibacy to not only connect with God, but to connect with my own body and my own soul and my own mind. I am doing this to build a closer relationship, not only with God, but with myself, and also to be the vessel of love, to be the expression of love, to truly operate from joy. I wake up every day on bliss because I don't have nobody sucking me dry. I don't have an energy vampire in my bed every night depriving me from my true and my authentic self. I have all my feminine energy within me. I don't have to give it away. I have it all within me, and this is my creative energy because I'm not giving my sexual energy away for meaningless activity that will not benefit me long term. I have the sexual energy just to get up here and sit with y'all for 30 plus minutes and talking about love. What really is love, that unconditional love, and what that truly feels like, because I really feel it within me. Like, I really get so emotional because love is all within you when you just truly unlock the bondage within your mind, within your awareness that this matrix has been pounding us down and pounding us in, man. It's a setup, y'all. It's a setup. Understand, this game of life is a setup, and capitalism thrives off of you being codependent. Capitalism thrives off of you when you have possession and you're jealous and you're envious and you're operating from comparison. They thrive off of that. None of us are different. We are all the same. We are all just trying to figure out what life is. And once you figure out what life means to you, execute on that. Maximize on your gifts and enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey, man. I appreciate y'all, kings and queens. Yes, I agree. When you love yourself, it glows in you, through you, and on you. Learning self and learning to love yourself is a wonderful thing. Kings and Queens TV. Sus. That's the cheat code. Like, that is the cheat code to this game of life, is loving thyself, learning thyself, and knowing thyself. Because if you know yourself, you know your triggers, you know what gets you going, you know what makes you happy, you know what makes you sad, you know when you hungry, you know what food you like, you know where you want to go, you know where you want to travel to. You just know. That is so much freedom when you just know yourself. So now you know who's compatible with you. Now you don't have to waste no more time. You don't got to waste no time. No time is being wasted out here. My girl Kay, I love you. Love you, sister. So much pretty. So pretty much just leave everybody. So much. Pretty much just leave everybody alone. I need 50 feet. I need 50 feet. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yo, I'm telling you, being alone is top tier. It's nothing to be afraid of. I truly don't call loneliness. I don't even refer to being alone as loneliness. I refer to it as being in solitude. Because when you are in solitude, now the creative juices just gets to flowing. You got all your ideas. You can actually get things done when you are alone. You can write scripts, write books, you can produce content, you can edit content. You got so much on your time. And just being up in somebody's face, kikiing and trying to act a certain way and trying to fit this narrative for their idea is exhausting for me, honestly, because I can't play a role. I can only just be myself. So this is why I can't play wifey. This is why I can't play girlfriend. This is why I can't play your love interest, because I have to be myself. And if I'm not being myself, I feel like I'm depriving myself from my authentic self. And at the end of the day, my highest aspiration in life is freedom. That is what success looks like for me. I know a lot of people have their own definition of success, but success to me is freedom. Success to me is having a peace of mind. Success to me is having integrity and morals that I stand 10 toes down and I'm not swaying otherwise. That is what success for me. And success, honestly, is being untouchable in these streets. Like, hey, don't touch me with your filthy, dirty hands. Get your filthy, dirty hands, you filthy animals. That is what success looks like me. If I make it out of here untouchable, remember me for being untouchable in these streets. Oh, Sparkle Unicorn. I've been celibate for 5 years, going on 6. Let's go. I love when y'all tell me how long y'all been on y'all journey for, because it just like, it's like, okay, okay, okay. It's like some healthy competition. Like, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm going for 10. Let's go. Let's go. Like, we gotta keep each other accountable. We have to motivate each other. We have to say how long we've been doing this for and keep it going. And understand, if you even accidentally break your celibacy journey, understand you can always get back. get back on it, get back on it. Because a lot of people will break it, right? Because they just want to get their feet in that dirty pool, in that piss and doodle. They want to get their feet in that piss and doodle because they think they missing out on something. They think they missing out on something that they not pop locking and dropping it or spinning on it or throwing it back, They think they missing out on something, but all you truly missing out on is your pH balance becoming healthy and clean. Okay, you're not really missing out on much when you're not participating in the hookup culture. You're not missing out on nothing. But I know it looks very tempting. It looks very tempting the way people are displaying it online. It looks so tempting. So when you jump back in that dirty piss pool, understand you can always get out. And I'm going to have a towel ready for you. And I'm going to have a hug ready for you and give you love and give you grace and be like, welcome home, baby. Come back home. Come back home to mama. Come back home to mama. You didn't need to get in that piss and doodle pool. You didn't need to do that. But sometimes we be hard-headed, sugar. Sometimes we be hard-headed. So I'm glad you bumped your head, but now you don't have to keep bumping your head. Okay? You don't have to keep doing it. Unless you want to get pregnant or get an STD or get a soul tie. Any, mini, miny, mo. Pick which one you going for. Either way. Oh, we made a live. I know, it's so spontaneous. I had a meeting before this, and I'm like, I look all cute for this meeting. Let me look all cute for y'all. How y'all feeling? I just look cute right now. So I'm like, I just wanted to talk to y'all and say what's happening. What's up? The trunk, what up? What's happening? What's up? She writes, that's why there is so many distractions to prevent you from learning yourself. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. It's like once you step foot out the door, it's distractions everywhere. Everywhere is pulling your energy away from yourself. And if they have the opportunity to take your attention away and you give them your attention, you are paying for it. Whether you are paying for it financially, emotionally, mentally, or spiritually, you are still paying for it because you are giving them your prized possession, which is your attention. So don't pay attention to these clowns. Don't pay attention to the fools. Don't pay attention to the naysayers, the haters. Don't give them your attention. I try to brush it off and I try to laugh because y'all know this is a joke to me anyway. I look at life like it's one big old joke. And one thing for certain, if you trying to joke on me, I'm going to joke right back on you too. Joke right back. John Smith, you do know that you're glowing, right? Thank you, John Smith. Thank you. I'm telling you, it's the FREE. I gotta blur it out because YouTube be trying to suspend me. No, but it's I'm telling you, the glow is internal. The glow is internal. The glow is internal. Joy is what you choose on an everyday basis. You have to choose joy and you have to be joy. And then you can just live in joy. It's all by the choices that you choose. It's all by the choices you choose. Providing disappointment, sis. Star, single, and child free by choice. I love it here. Peace and freedom. That be the goal for me. That is truly the goal. Is peace and freedom. And I just want to leave you guys off because I know you guys, the original making this video, I was just inspired, just letting you guys know that relationships have nothing to do with love. Relationships are conditional, while love is unconditional. Relationships are transactional when love is not. Love is abundance. Relationships operate in strictly scarcity. They are scared of you being yourself. They are scared when you are talking to other people, especially the opposite sex. They think you cheating on them. They are scared when you are living life on your own terms. Understand that relationships have rules. They have rules and regulations because most people are insecure. So they don't want you to be talking to this person and talking to that person because they going to think you cheating. Because most times people who are sexually active, sex is on their mind 24/7. So they going to think their sexual partner who they are in a relationship with is being promiscuous or they're not following the guidelines. Okay. Sex does not equate love. Sex is a physical activity that most people just do to get their rocks off or to fill the void or to feel some type of pleasure. But sex is not intimacy. And if you are trying to find intimacy, you don't need to be having sex. You can find intimacy by connecting with someone spiritually, emotionally, mentally, by looking each other in their eyes, holding hands, listening to their childhood stories, their childhood wounds. You guys can heal your inner child together. By healing your inner child, it's not about reliving the past over and over again, but allowing your inner child to feel seen, to feel heard, to feel loved. That is how you are going to feel love, man. A lot of times people just ignore their inner child, like our inner child just don't still live inside of us. So once you understand that your inner child is still here, and what you really want is to give that love to your inner child. It's not about wanting someone to make you feel love. The only way you can feel love is when you know that within your bones, within your flesh, that you are ready love. You're not lacking love, you're not missing out on it. You have to be in gratitude with not only yourself, but with others. You have to not only accept yourself, but you have to accept others. Literally, Kay. I appreciate Fifth Wave Beats. I always appreciate the message. Keep putting the truth out there. Thank you. Thank y'all so much for tapping into this random. When I mean random video, it was very spontaneous, but I felt inspired to share this message, to share this knowledge because as I'm learning, I would love to just teach and I would love to just tell you what I am learning as well because this is a learning journey for me and I'm constantly just learning. I'm constantly evolving as the time. So please continue to have grace on me. I will make mistakes. I try to take full accountability for my mistakes and my shortcomings, but I am a work in progress. I don't have all the answers. I am trying to figure life out just as much as you guys are trying to figure life out. So understand I love you and I just hope you love me too. And understand I am human, I am flawed, I am not perfect, and I will admit that up front. Okay, okay, because sometimes just because I am teaching doesn't mean I know everything. I know nothing. I know nothing. Just I just know who I am. So as long as you know who you are, that's the game changer overall. But don't expect love from a relationship because love is unconditional while relationships are conditional. And as it should be, you should have conditions in your relationships. You should operate in boundaries in relationships. You should, okay? But if you truly want to understand what love is freedom. And if you really love them, you will let them go even if it doesn't include you. You will let them make the best decision for themselves, even if it doesn't include you. You will let them have free will, even if it doesn't include you. Thank you so much, very much. Check out all the links below for more information. Pure Pussy Pimpin' is available now on Amazon, and so is Self Love Manual. And I cannot wait to talk to you guys soon. Back with another one. Peace.